See, what's next for me is I want more. I've been struggling with something. Now, I've been struggling with something and it's bothered me quite a bit. You see, what's been bothering me lately is just the sheer fact that about 3, 4, 5 years ago, I had this dream. I had this want and desire, and it was so crystal clear. And when things are like, when you have a plan and you have a deadline, you somehow figure out how to execute that plan and to accomplish whatever the hell you want out of life. What in the world are you talking about? Well, to be honest with you, I think most people would trade their life with my life immediately. And the reason why I say that is because at an age of 35 years old, I was able to, living in Bali, Indonesia for 2 months. We've lived in Phuket, Thailand. We've lived in Mexico. We've traveled the United States in an RV. These are all dreams that people have. And I just was able to execute it and present what I wanted and deliver it for not only for me, but my family, which is the most important part. And that's when I drew up my grand plan. Now, my grand plan was pretty simple. And that grand plan started with something as simple as, see, my grand plan started with something incredibly simple that you usually get after working 30, 40, 50 years of your life, and you get the opportunity to retire. It's called financial freedom. Now, the thing about financial freedom is determining how much money you want to make and how much money you can live on each month. Now, coming up with my plan was I had to determine what we could live on and what our life looked like. And for us, it was pretty simple. See, the thing is this, okay? Life is pretty simple, okay? Once you determine how much money you need to make, which is the income, minus your bills, that's like, expenses, payments, house stuff, truck stuff, minusing fun and food, because you need food and you need to have fun, equals retirement, aka financial freedom. So once you figure out the income, how much you're gonna spend every month on bills and fun, now the key metric to this is if you quit your job, you lose your income. So how was I gonna make money? So when I was driving around as a deputy sheriff, I started listening, instead of to the radio and entertainment crap that really wasn't improving my life, I started listening to podcasts, okay? And one of the podcasts that I came across was Bigger Pockets. A Bigger Pockets real estate podcast. And what that podcast taught me was if you buy cash flowing assets, okay? And let me show you what cash flowing assets look like. So cash flowing assets are pretty simple, okay? You ever played the game Monopoly? This is a house, okay? So these are cash flowing assets. This is a house. This is a house. This is a storage unit. Cash flowing assets. Now, what a cash flowing asset is something where you go buy something and you provide a service. For us, that service is rental properties. So we bought some houses and we bought a storage facility. Now, the thing about real estate is it's pretty simple. You buy a house, you rent the house, and you make sure that the rent covers a little bit more than the mortgage. And the mortgage, okay, is less than the rent. And then whatever left over after expenses is income. Now, we determined that we needed about anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 to live off a month from cash flowing assets. So that's what we did. We took 3 years of our entire life and we started buying assets that would pay us cash every month. Until we were able to pay for our bills, our food, and our fun. I'm sitting in a position where I wanted to be 5 years ago. But the problem is, I'm not happy with where I'm at. And today, I'm trying to determine what the new goal is. I've always operated my life on goals and dreams and wants. And to give you an example of that, like last year, I attempted 2 100-mile ultramarathons. And I was unsuccessful in both. Total failures. But what I learned was I needed a training plan. I needed something to focus on. I needed a goal. I needed a want, and I needed a desire. So when we moved to Bali, Indonesia, I wrote this guide where I gave you the 6 steps that I took to get what I want out of life. I wanted financial freedom, spend more time with my family, and be able to work on the businesses that I was passionate about. Check, check, and check. But right now I sit here in front of you wanting more. Now the great thing about the guide that I wrote got me from step A to step B. The problem is, I wasn't ready for step C. What happens when you accomplish your dreams? What happens when you get what you want? When you're able to spend endless amounts of time with your family, your friends, and be able to do the things that you want out of life? And that's where I'm sitting here contemplating. Contemplating on what my next dream or want or desire is. See, the thing about chasing your dreams are, it's incredibly fulfilling when you get there. It's rather difficult when you realize that it didn't make you any more happy. See, the thing about determining what you want next and figuring out what that is tough, especially when you've got things that people only can dream of. See, what's next for me is I want more. I want to be able to travel to cooler places. I want to be able to do cooler things. I want to be known as a storyteller, a great storyteller. I want to be known as someone that makes great YouTube videos that's compelling and entertaining, and that's my next want. This looks like a cool shop. See, the thing about you wanting more, a bigger desire, a bigger dream, there's gonna be people around you that just think you're nuts. And think that you're just asking for too much. And to those people, I'm confused, I'm worried. Because if there isn't a new goal, if there isn't a new dream, what's there to live for? Just to be happy? And that's great. But at the same time, have you ever seen someone unhappy on a jet ski? Or on a yacht? I haven't. Oh God.
See, it's like I told you.
What? Whole hamstring. I think I just pulled a muscle. Oh God.
Did that hurt?
Yeah.